In today's video, we're going to kick off a 4-part series to teach you how to have success on LinkedIn in 2023. It's a 4-step process we call the 4 Ps of LinkedIn prospecting. Today, we're going to focus on the first P, your profile. When you look at your LinkedIn profile, what you want to think about is you want to start viewing your LinkedIn profile like your personal website, because after all, that's what it is. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you have a LinkedIn profile that stands out above your competition. So today, we're going to focus on 4 areas of your LinkedIn profile that are going to help your profile stand out. Number 1, profile picture. Yeah, when you look at that round circular picture in your profile, here's my advice. Just make sure it's updated. Make sure it's an accurate image of you. I can remember jumping on a call with a peer of mine about a year and a half ago, somebody I had never met in person before. We had a connection on LinkedIn for a few years, but finally we were going to connect on Zoom. And so when I jumped on the call, I was actually caught off guard because the real Greg looked nothing like his profile picture. So it was a pattern disrupt. It caught me off guard. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure your profile picture is an accurate depiction of you. Number 2, the second part of a good LinkedIn profile is the LinkedIn banner. Yep, that banner that sits behind your profile picture. What you want to do is you want to look at that banner or can think of that banner like your electronic billboard. What a good banner has is your company's logo, maybe an image that represents where you live, an image of your office or your company. But most important, on that banner, I want to see contact information. Why? Because on LinkedIn, when you use LinkedIn, whether it's on your desktop or your mobile, it's easy to find your contact information when I am looking at your profile on desktop. However, most people today check in on LinkedIn with their phones. And what's interesting about the mobile version of LinkedIn is your contact information is often buried at the bottom. So if you put your contact information on the banner, it's going to be easy for a prospect to see your information and reach out. What would I put on there? I'd put on your email address, your company website, and if you're willing, I'd even put your cell phone on that banner because you want to make it easy for your prospects to reach out to you. Now, the third part of your profile you want to focus heavily on is the headliner. That statement that goes below your name. Here's what most people do with the headliner on their LinkedIn profile. They list their job title and the company they work for. So it might say, Jim Smith, employee benefit consultant at ABC Insurance Agency. No, what we want to see in that headliner, that's very important real estate. What you want to do is you want to make sure you're giving us your tagline. In that headliner, instead of seeing your job title and the company you work for, because I can just scroll down to your resume section to find that out. What I want to see in the headliner is what you do and who you do it for. Because if I am that target prospect of yours, and I come to your profile, I see your name, and underneath your name, I see a tagline that says, I help Colorado companies reduce their health insurance costs with a proven strategy. I know what you do. I know who you do it for. And if I'm that target prospect, there's an easier chance or a better chance I might reach out to you. Now, the last section of your profile you want to focus on is your bio section. Now, you might be looking at your LinkedIn profile saying, Andy, I don't see my profile. I don't see my bio section. It's because you haven't added it. Number 1, you got to add a bio section to your profile. But what you want to add in the bio section of your profile is not all your expertise in your industry, all your expertise in your role. No. This is your chance to let us get to know you. Imagine you're about to walk out on stage and somebody's about to read your bio. Somebody's about to introduce you. What would you want them to talk about? That's what needs to go in your bio. Tell us why you do what you do. What drives you to wake up every day? What's your passion? Maybe what are some of your hobbies? The bio section is a chance for us to get to know you. So if you have prospects coming to your profile and you've got an accurate, good-looking profile picture, you've got a nice banner with your company logo and contact information behind you. You've got that headliner underneath your name that tells us what you do and who you do it for. And your bio gives me an opportunity to get to know you a little bit. your personal website has now become very effective. So, this is part one of the LinkedIn strategy for 2023. Go to work on your profile, focus on these 4 areas of your profile, and your profile will stand far above your competition.